Hey, Dave, a bit of a two-part question. The first is, how do you sum up what Matty did tonight? But then the second is, in overtime in the shootout, what allowed you to have that level of faith and trust in a guy who was just only in his second game?
Matty played a solid hockey game. He obviously took the puck, off his foot in the first period, and it set him back a little bit in the first period. But I feel like he played a real good, solid hockey game. He and his line mates made some plays at critical times, which is what you look for. In terms of the shootout, we've mixed different guys through. So going into the shootout, I didn't have a mindset of exactly where I was going to use them in what order. But I felt like coming out of the 65 minutes, I felt like he earned that opportunity. So, we obviously haven't had a whole lot of time to see him, in shootouts. He hasn't been in a shootout in the National Hockey League before. But I felt like he, through his play in the first 65 minutes, earned the opportunity to be part of it somewhere if we had that opportunity.
Darren?
Dave, are you at all surprised to see him trying some of the things that he's trying, going between his legs, juggling the puck on his stick, things like that? In just his second NHL game, obviously it takes a lot of confidence to try things like that. Does that surprise you at all to see him doing things like that?
Yeah, I'm most impressed with the solid areas of his game. He supports the puck in all three zones very well. Most importantly, as a centerman, he does a very good job in the defensive zone, being in the right spots. Being responsible with the puck and being able to receive, not only being in spots, but receive a puck and then make the next play. So those are the things that I'm most impressed with in his game. The creativity is there, and as his confidence grows, we'll continue to see more and more of that offensive creativity.
Curtis Crabtree.
Hey, Dave, it seems like he won a handful of faceoffs for you tonight, his ability to control the puck in the zone. It seems like those are a couple things that really stand out in his first couple games here. What kind of an impression have they made on you through these first two games?
In terms of in the faceoff, Dot, are you asking? Or
the faceoffs and his ability to just controlling with the puck himself and his skill in that area.
It was, it was night number two. I talked about it before. It's a challenging area to step into the National Hockey League. So he was a little more comfortable tonight in the face-off dot. So we used him a little bit more in some of those situations. But again, what I talked about just in terms of his ability to be in the right spot, support the play, find the next play. Those are, his hockey sense, shows through pretty strongly in those situations. As I said, it's night number two. He worked hard. He did a good job for our team. And we're going to continue to see him, his game grow, game in and game out.
Brian.
Dave, you've definitely worked with a lot of talented teenagers in your time at North Dakota, but when it comes to something like this with Matty, what do you do to sort of help a young man like that manage everything to where it doesn't become overwhelming?
Well, that's, that everybody handles things differently, and I can, that's the one thing I've talked about is, everybody's looking at different things that he's doing on the ice. I'm more so, have taken in how he's handled things away from the ice surface, and that tells an awful lot about his poise and confidence as a young man. I talked about his confidence and the combination of that along with his humility on day number one, and that those are real strengths, and along with his ability and his poise on the ice. Those are very important attributes for him, and for me, I haven't had to. There's not a whole lot extra. He's a player on our team. We're going to give him a little bit at a time. Make sure we're supporting him, giving him good opportunity while he has to work and earn for the opportunities that he's getting. And the biggest thing that I like is, he's a great teammate, and I can't stress that enough. That's really important as you work to establish yourself inside of a new dressing room.
Let's wrap up with Darren Brown.
Dave, actually, I have two non-Beniers questions. First one, Jared McCann had 2 assists tonight. Wonder if you could just talk about his game. And then the second question is about Grubauer made a huge save on Zaka in the second period there. Just what impact that had on the outcome of the game.
Yeah, Gruby's game was really solid. So I'll go to your second part there to start with. Gruby's game was solid. The first opportunity, the first real good opportunity is a great shot, and it ends up in the back of the net. And that didn't shake Gruby at all. Didn't rattle him. He played a real solid game all the way through. Obviously the 65 minutes and then in through the shootout. So, kudos to him. He played a real solid game tonight. Counter. I look at the play that that he made on the Soucy goal. Tight spaces, having the ability to find Seuss, coming down the middle in that soft area. I felt like that was, one of the most important momentum swings of the hockey game. So, those are the kind of plays that we need, that we need Canada to make. Most importantly, I'm interested to go back and look at his two-way game. And that's the other piece that we really need from him, and an area that he's really concentrating on. He had a good, solid two-way game. He made an impact offensively. That's a win-win at the end of the night.
Alrighty, all set. Thanks so much, Dave.
Great. Thank you.